Hello and welcome. You're with IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live conversation web television. This is a portal where all of you can participate while the conversation is on, and you can keep the conversation going even after the conversation ends in the studio with your audio and video comments, your posts, and of course your tweets at #IndiaPostLive and @IndiaPostLive. Well, in this particular conversation, we shall be discussing the upcoming Maharashtra Assembly elections, and is all well with the Congress unit of Maharashtra. Well, the incumbent assembly, the term ends on the 7th of December and elections are slated in October later this year. So just a few months to go, but is all really well with the Congress? That is the question we are asking.
With just a few months to go before the assembly elections in Maharashtra, the leadership issue in the Congress has once again come in the spotlight. Congress MLAs have expressed their inability to fight the elections under the current Chief Minister Prithviraj Chauhan, forcing the Congress High Command to look at other alternatives. Chauhan was sent as Chief Minister from Delhi, and he has not been able to boost the party rank and file's confidence, as he is still viewed as an outsider. For the Congress, it could again rely on former Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde or sitting state ministers Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil, Balasaheb Thorat or Narayan Rane. But the big question is, why is it taking so long for the Congress to decide its strategy? With elections in the state due in September, a change of guard now seems too little, too late.
All right, so a change of guard in Maharashtra, that is the question we are asking, and I have with me in the studio two very senior political journalists to analyze the situation, the state of the Congress in Maharashtra. And I have Ajit Pillai, former political editor of Outlook. Sir, thank you so much for joining the conversation. And we also have Vinod Agnihotri, who is consulting editor of Amar Ujala. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Also, we are joined through Google Hangout by Sanjeev Ratna Singh, senior journalist, and we also have Mandar Parab, former editor-in-chief of Zee Marathi, who is joining us on the phone line with us. All right, so first let me ask you, Ajit sir, what seems to be the problem with the current leadership in Maharashtra, and by that I mean Mr. Chauhan.
I think it's not Mr. Chauhan's own problem. It is the fact that the Congress is going through a downslide, and I don't think any leader appearing on the horizon a few months or even a year before the elections could change that mood.
Right.
There have been several scams. There have been scams involving its ally. There have been a lot of bickering within the party. And Chauhan, who's more of a strategist at the central level and was very effective in the Congress headquarters, was suddenly sent. He was also with the PMO, and then suddenly he was sent to Maharashtra to sort out things, sort out the mess created by Ashok Chauhan, the Adarsh scam. So scam after scam, anti-incumbency, all that is sort of weighing down very heavily on the party, and it reflects in the mood within, where the last time I was in Bombay, the basic feeling was that the party is going to lose. And
Right.
once the Congress gets into the mood where it feels it may not swing things, then it is a lost cause. It's seen as a lost cause, and they do not really rev themselves up.
Right. Vinodji, do you agree with that assessment that the Congress is in a very bad shape, pitiable state in Maharashtra?
I agree with Mr. Pillai. You see, Congress, regarding the Maharashtra, Congress is leaderless there.
Right.
Prithviraj Chauhan, his entire political career, he was never in the Maharashtra politics. He was, as he said earlier, he was in central politics and basically Rajya Sabha man. And he born and brought up in Indore, and then he came to central politics. He was sent in a typical situation when there was Adarsh scam and Ashok Chauhan was, his name was figured in that scam, and there was a pressure on the Congress leadership to change the chief minister. Then he was sent because of his clean image and honest politics. But honesty is not the only thing for the politics.
You need to be a mass
you need
leader.
to be, yeah, a mass leader and
Right.
close contact with the workers. The basic problem is that Prithviraj Chauhan is a good man. He's a good friend of mine also.
Okay.
He's a clean man. He's an honest person. But he doesn't have any direct contact with the workers, with the masses. And the style of function is very autocratic and bureaucratic. That is the problem. And even he is having problem with the NCP, with the allies. Sharad Pawar is fully against Mr. Chauhan. So there is a pressure from the both side on the Congress leadership, from allies, NCP, and from within the Congress to change. If you want to win the election, you have to change the leadership. That is the pressure on the Congress leadership. That is the basic issue.
Okay, let me bring in Mandar Parab now, who joins us on the phone line. Mandar was the former editor-in-chief of Zee Marathi. Mandar, can you hear me? Mandar, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Hi. Welcome to the conversation on India Post Live. We are asking your assessment. Do you think it is too late for the Congress to really do anything to salvage the situation in the state right now, as our two guests have just been saying?
Yeah, actually it's too late in a sense, elections are around the corner and
Yes.
they will be going to the election right now.
Yeah.
And changing a guard right now, that means you are, the kind of pressure is created by NCP and other MLAs, you are surrendering to that. So Congress don't want to give that impression that because Sharad Pawar is complaining, as others are complaining, we want to change the person. Yes, Chauhan has a very good image. He's a clean man, but as other panelists rightly said, that doesn't mean that he is a man to lead Maharashtra, because you need to have a mass leader, and Chauhan never had a mass appeal because he never stood for the election and he was never there in the Maharashtra. So
Right.
people are not very happy with him, and people really want him out because the decision making, what he's doing, is very late. They are saying he is not able to take the decisions. The decisions, whatever he is taking too much of time, and Congress doesn't have time. And after this election, Congress is feeling, and even NCP is feeling that, the defeat is inevitable. And that's the reason they want Chauhan to be out. But it's too late right now. If they change, it is going to send a wrong message to the masses. And that's the reason Congress is confused, and still they are thinking whether to change Chauhan or no.
All right. Mandar, let me just shift gears a little bit here. We lost two very strong leaders from Maharashtra. We lost Vilas Rao Deshmukh and then we lost Gopinath Munde. Now, talking of the BJP and do you think that the Shiv Sena is now in a more strong position? Do you think the BJP will now have to make a lot of compromises, now that Gopinath Munde is no longer there? Do you see the dynamics changing as far as that is concerned, that alliance is concerned?
Yes, actually, because of the loss of Gopinath Munde, it's a huge loss
Yes.
for BJP. Because if you see BJP, they had only one big mass leader, and that was Gopinath Munde. Even the alliance with RPI and other factors happened because of Gopinath Munde. And Gopinath Munde has a standing in Maharashtra. But now, with Gopinath Munde is not there, so
Yeah.
they lost everything. And BJP doesn't have that strong face, a mass face, to go into the public. And yes, Shiv Sena is going to gain because of that, because Shiv Sena is projecting Uddhav Thackeray, though they are not rightly saying he'll be chief minister candidate, but they are projecting Uddhav Thackeray, so though that's the reason they are in a stronger position. I would like to mention about Manse also, MNS factor. MNS factor is really down in this election, and with the coming election it will go more down because they don't have any agenda, and they are ruling in Nasik corporation elections, and they are not done anything spectacular so that they can claim that yes, we have done here and we want to do in Maharashtra. So basically they don't have a blueprint ready for them. So it will be difficult for BJP, and that's the reason Sena is having a stronger hold now.
All right. In talking of the MNS, the Maharashtra Nirman Sena chief Raj Thackeray announced that he is going to be contesting the assembly elections as chief minister candidate. It seems like he's taken a cue from this whole brand Modi experience, and he's kind of projecting. Do you think that will fall flat?
Yeah, actually what has happened is, he's just following he likes Modi. Even with the name of Modi, he wanted to gain votes in Lok Sabha, which didn't happen. he was supporting him, though the party and BJP and everybody was saying that we don't want your support, but still he was saying no, you give me your votes, and he went to the public because of that. And after that, this election, the results were miserable. Even the deposits
Yes.
were, his candidate deposits were lost. So now he doesn't have anything which really, can give him a boost. So
All
he
right.
is claiming that, okay, I'll be there, I'll be the face, and, he's trying that last resort.
The last resort of the MNS. All right. Thank you so much, Mandar. Please stay with us while I get back to my studio guest. Very interesting perspective there from the former editor-in-chief of Zee Marathi. Let's talk of the BJP Shiv Sena factor a little bit. Do you think somewhere there's a balance? I mean, we just talked of the fact that the Congress seems to be clueless and drifting in the waters, but the fact that we have lost a mass leader like Gopinath Munde,
Sure.
what kind of an impact do you see happening
In fact,
the
when
state?
Gopinath Munde was alive and after the parliament election, BJP was very much upbeat.
Yes.
Even there was a discussion and there was murmuring in the BJP circle that now we will have our own chief minister.
Absolutely.
And there was the Shiv Sena was very annoyed regarding this. In fact, Shiv Sena is always claiming for the chief ministership. But Munde was the key person between Shiv Sena and the BJP. After Pramod Mahajan, Munde was the main man to form because of his alliance. The sudden death of Munde in this road accident,
Yeah.
the BJP is also clueless and directionless regarding Maharashtra. Who is going to lead the BJP? That is the problem. Nitin Gadkari is from Maharashtra, but he's not a mass leader. Basically, he's an organizational man. Munde was the only mass leader in the BJP. That's why after Raj Thackeray, when Manse declared Raj Thackeray as their chief minister candidate, immediately Uddhav Thackeray, he himself declared as a chief minister candidate.
Yes.
First time a man from Matoshri.
Yes.
Balasaheb Thackeray never even thought to contest the election.
Absolutely.
But Uddhav Thackeray, he has declared himself as a chief minister election. So you see the new changes in the Maharashtra politics.
Right.
One side Uddhav Thackeray, Raj Thackeray, the self-claimed leaders, and two national parties, BJP and Congress, leaderless, finally directionless in Maharashtra politics. The another important factor is Sharad Pawar and NCP, because Sharad Pawar is the only mass leader in the Maharashtra, and he is with Congress NCP
Yeah.
alliance. I can Mr. Pillai will say he will analyze much more than me because he is a very senior journalist. Because if Congress declare Sharad Pawar as their chief minister candidate, NCP and Congress, if they declare Sharad Pawar, it is a hypothetical situation, then that could be the game changer in Maharashtra politics. This is my...
Could that, let me ask him that, could that, because the Congress is known to never reveal its chief ministerial
Yeah.
candidate. It is always like, after the elections, Madam Sonia Gandhi will decide.
Yeah.
Do you think this
No,
possibility?
I think right now,
Yeah.
like those who write, script Bollywood movies, they believe that the 2004 formula of Shinde being bought in at being projected might get the Dalit votes and might work in its favor. But
But it is too late, I think.
yeah, it is too late. But to get Pawar in would have to be a last-minute surprise, and one doesn't know because Pawar also plays his cards very close to his chest,
Right.
and there is the possibility that Pawar may go the BJP way, and
Yeah.
he's the
All is not well in the alliance,
All right,
you're
yes,
saying?
he can go the BJP way and project himself as this great Maratha leader.
But that could be after election, I think.
Yeah.
All right, let me get Mandar Parab. Mandar, could there be a spoiler alert? Mandar, are you still on the line with us?
I don't think Pawar can claim, Pawar wants to really claim chief minister, because Pawar, he always projected him as a prime ministerial candidate, and coming back to the chief ministerialship, so it will be, downsizing himself. So
All right.
a Pawar factor I don't think really matters, but what matters is really in whose leadership the election will be, this election will be
Right.
in Maharashtra, and who is the person who is Congress going to project. And Congress doesn't have real good face, who they really can project that this is our candidate.
All right. Mandar Parab, thank you so much for joining us on this conversation. It was great having you and your insights. Now, we have with us joining online, we have Mandar Phanse, editor of SAM TV. Can you hear me? Mandar Fanse?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Yeah, please.
Hi, all right,
Yeah,
great,
I
great,
can
thank
hear
you.
Go ahead with.
All right, thank you so
I can
much
hear you.
for joining the conversation. You have just joined a couple of minutes back. We are basically talking of how not only the Congress but also the BJP seems rudderless and directionless, for the impending assembly elections in Maharashtra. Very quickly, if I can have your thoughts on that, and who will ultimately be the gainer?
See, at the moment, I feel the very micromanagement level where all the political parties would get into in another 15-20 days' time, that will be very important because Maharashtra elections, assembly elections will face almost like a four-corner or five-corner battle. And therefore, it will be very difficult to predict immediately, right, as of now. But whatever survey we have done and with the Sakal Media Group since last 15-20 days time, it is clearly reflecting that the Modi wave is still haunting over there in the Maharashtra politics, and almost the results are whooping in terms of the way people are expecting Mahayuti turnaround in Maharashtra politics. But as I said, I will again go in the minutest details where the micro level of Maharashtra politics is altogether different than what we've seen in the Lok Sabha election. So it will be very interesting to see what happens at the macro level as we go ahead, because everybody is now not yet taken their what do you call, they haven't even started the assembly elections campaigns or the kind of their own strategies they haven't yet rolled upon.
All right,
so,
all right.
It will be very interesting another 10-15 days time to see what all the other parties are doing.
Okay, so the next, Mandar says the next 10 to 15 days will be crucial in terms of a micromanagement. Ajit sir, you were talking of bringing in Sushil Kumar Shinde as the magic factor. What do you think he can really do?
I don't think he can do much under the present circumstances.
Okay.
Because, with the party in a state, the state that it is in, I don't think it's easy to revive it at this point. It will take time.
But can he cobble up, can he consolidate forces? I mean, is there any such?
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, he might be able to, but at the ground level, unless the party itself is enthusiastic, unless it's cadre, as somebody was saying, that there is this feeling that the Modi wave is going to persist. And then I don't think the Congress can, because it has not provided credible governance. Though Prithviraj Chauhan is a good man, as they say, but he's better at holding press conferences in Delhi rather than go out to Vidarbha and talk to people. I mean, it's a very different ball game. So without that kind of support from within, the big question is, can Shinde now marshal everybody and say, look, we have got a chance to win? He will not be very convincing when he says that.
Yeah, but Mandar Fanse talked of the Modi factor being present in the state, but without a Gopinath Munde, without a strong BJP leader, where do you see this Modi factor playing out? I mean,
I think, you just envisage a situation where he goes on a campaign. And one of his things is to recapture states where the BJP is not present. So you're going to find Modi going there. They might not be able to throw up a great name as the chief minister, but still it will have an impact. And by now, I think we shouldn't be too skeptical about the impact. We've already learned. And all of us who said it wouldn't be of a particular scale have been proven wrong. So I think that...
One more thing I would like
sure.
to add. There is a strong anti-incumbency in the Maharashtra
you mentioned that,
against this Congress NCP government, because they are ruling since 15 years. So just like Delhi, what happened in Delhi? The leader or no leader, that doesn't matter when there is strong anti-incumbency. And Modi factor plus a strong anti-incumbency, if it combines, the result may be different. BJP Shivsena alliance can sweep the game, whether Shinde or Prithviraj Chauhan or Ashok Chauhan, who may be the leader.
Yeah, Mandar, you have a comment? You have something to say to that?
Again, the findings, they are clearly saying that the anti-incumbency is with the government for years, that is true, but at the same time, there are so many incumbent factors into the opposition party as well. I mean, BJP and Shiv Sena is also.
Okay, we seem to be having an audio problem. Mandar? Okay, Mandar, we seem to be having an audio problem. Let's just try and get the audio back. Okay, you know, the Thackeray's, both the cousins, they have broken tradition, and both of them have announced that they are going to be contesting the assembly elections this time. Tell us, talk to me about the dynamics of, you know,
Actually, you see,
will Shiv Sena emerge stronger with Uddhav Thackeray coming
you see,
into the foray?
if you analyze the parliament results of the Lok Sabha elections, you see, before the election there was very strong hype, Raj Thackeray, and supporting NDA, supporting Modi. But after election, you see, where is the Raj Thackeray? It means at the ground level, still Shiv Sena exists. And the cadre, why Uddhav Thackeray announced him as a chief minister candidate? To boost his cadres across the Maharashtra. So, and Uddhav Thackeray is totally bent upon to get the chief ministership from the BJP. They are not going to compromise on that issue. They have compromised on center regarding the portfolio of the Gite, you see, but they are not going to compromise on the chief ministership. This issue, how BJP is going to resolve, because there is a strong feeling in the BJP now, because there is a Modi wave, so we should claim for the chief ministership and we should get it. So this is the major point of tussle and contradiction between the Shiv Sena and BJP.
Okay, so a rudderless Congress, a rudderless BJP, we have a chief ministerial candidate of the Shiv Sena. NCP Sharad Pawar has to still reveal the cards. Would that be properly summing up the situation?
Yeah, it would be. And also, I think, you know, Raj Thackeray, you know, when he came in, the Marathi Manus, for whatever it was worth, or whether it's good or bad is a different question, was quite enthused by him.
Yes.
Like the public in Delhi was enthused by Arvind Kejriwal on a similar scale, which helped the Congress win 2004 to some extent.
2009.
2009. But 2009, sorry. Yeah. But now I think he has lost the script, and as he was pointing out, the Shiv Sena is a far more rooted organization with years behind it, and it has built itself slowly and steadily, and it has struck roots everywhere. So it is on a strong wicket, though much will depend on how the BJP performs and whether the BJP will allow Uddhav Thackeray to become chief minister. There might be a situation where they might agree, because they have been long-standing allies and they could work out an equation. On the other side, you have Mr. Pawar, and Pawar, as far as the UPA is concerned, is the only strong factor, as you could put it now at this point. And he might play a role on that side of the equation.
What do you think the Congress can do in terms of its last surviving, you know, kind of holding on to the last straw? One hypothesis that you gave, Vinodji, was that, you know, they themselves project Sharad Pawar as the chief ministerial candidate in the alliance.
Not only project, but there should be an arrangement, I think, the merger of NCP and the Congress. There is a...
but is all well in the alliance itself? That
Congress leadership has to decide
right.
whether Sonia Gandhi agrees to it or not.
Right.
But there is a thinking that if NCP and Congress merge together and Sharad Pawar or Supriya Sule to be projected as a chief minister, then might something happen.
Do you think that will change the fortunes of the Congress in the state?
This is the last resort.
Last straw, yeah. Okay, all right.
It could be or it could not be. Because, but if you see Congress and NCP, they are, I think, right after the Lok Sabha election, they are just behind the up to the corner. So they have to do what if person is on the you
back
see
to the wall,
back
literally.
ICU.
Yeah.
The case is in the ICU.
Yeah.
Then you have
try
a
anything.
operation, either operation will succeed or fail.
All right.
The operation has to be done.
All right.
Some
all right.
operation has to be done.
Some operation has to be done. Ajit sir, last comments from you.
I think somehow if they can at least, the least they can do is project a strong front, united, and maybe rope in some smaller parties. And I think only if they do that, and they because if they continue with the same bickering over seats, etc.,
Yeah.
and show dissidence all around, that is not going to help their cause in any way.
All right.
So they'll have to get it. They act together.
They have to
that's-
get their act
They
together.
have to bring all the forces, all the groups, small groups. Even Suresh Karmadi matters in the Pune area. They have to bring all the forces together and a strong front.
Okay, so the Congress in dire straits, rudderless, leaderless, but so is the BJP. But the BJP, the ally of the BJP, Shiv Sena, as both our guests pointed out and also our online guests pointed out, the Shiv Sena has been working quietly to consolidate its masses. So a very interesting assembly elections in the Maharashtra is what we are about to witness a few months down the line. And as my guest said, the next 10 to 15 days will be crucial. Well, what are your thoughts on the elections? Please let the conversation continue on www.indiapostlive.com through your comments, your posts and your tweets at @IndiaPostLive and #IndiaPostLive. Thank you so much. I would like to thank both my guests for joining us, Ajit sir and Vinod sir. I would like to thank our online guests as well. The conversation continues on the portal. Thank you so much.